Hey there, Ride the Car Guy here, and today let's swap out the window seals on the Xterra. So probably a couple years ago now, I did a little hack to try to prolong the window seals on the Xterra. I found a little small engine fuel line, and I wedged it between the part that sits against the window and the part that mounts to the door. And honestly, it's been working pretty great, but I was in the junkyard recently and I found an absolutely, shockingly pristine Xterra there. It had been in a front end collision, and I grabbed a whole bunch of parts off of it, one of them being the window seals. So I'm gonna show you today how quickly and easy it is to swap these things out. So let's go. So if you look at a seal that's out and you look at the outer edge, you're gonna see that it has a little hook. And that hook grabs the inside of the door and then it just sort of wedges on the outside. So what we need to do is get something in there that's gonna pull this hook away from the inside of the door and it should peel right out. For the fronts, you wanna make sure that your window's down. Yes, I'm cranking my window down. And that's gonna give us a lot of space to fool around in here. I'm gonna start by grabbing a little flathead and just pulling my little hack out, that old fuel line. There we go. And when you look at it, you're gonna see the inner seal, there's the glass, and then your outer seal. This piece and this piece are connected. They're gonna come out as one. So if you slide a little flathead, I just have a tiny little flathead here, and I'm gonna slide it down between the inner and outer seal on the rear, like this, and then wedge it up. There we go. And then once you pull, it literally just pulls away. Once that first one's out, the rest just sort of peels away. And if it gets tight, just slide back, because we actually have some up here underneath the mirror that you want to be careful with. So slide back, there you go, and then it comes right out. Now, one quick tip I want to mention is that since your glass is right here, if you go down here and you start wedging like this, make sure that your screwdriver is not hitting the glass. You really don't want to shatter your glass and make this a much bigger project. I just wipe this down because I never want to miss an opportunity to clean something. And then just grab our new seal. And you want to start up front because it needs to go underneath the mirror a little bit. And if you look, at least mine when it's used, you can see a little bit of a shadow to where it used to sit under the mirror. And you can see back here a very distinct line where the seal sits over top. So this part here needs to sit over that. And if you get this distance right, then obviously it'll just fall into place. So I'm just gonna grab it here, push down, make sure it sits in this groove here. All right, and then wedge it in, perfect. Then just continue down. And you'll see that it's gonna line up. Well, it's just about. Let's pull a little bit back, there we go. And then push down. Now, you should hear it click. All right, very subtle, but I heard it. And that's just that back kind of hook sliding over the part it's supposed to grab. So now if we pull up, it won't come up, except for this part. There we go. Excellent. And that's literally all there is to it. Now if we roll up our window, it should feel different because, well, I already did this on the other side. Yeah, sure enough, there's a lot more resistance. And that means it's actually getting a seal and actually touching the window all the way down. That is fantastic. No little fuel line required. Now for the rears, it's a similar story. So I'm just gonna grab my fuel line out. There we go. This one, I think even with the fuel line, it wasn't pushing it far enough, but it is what it is. I'll roll the window down as well. It doesn't go all the way down, as you guys know, but it might give me, well, I don't know. Might give me a little bit of leeway. This one might be a little bit tougher because we wanna flip this back and try to get underneath to pull out that hook, but we should be able to make it work. So this one, I'm gonna flip this back, this little extra flat back here, and that's going to allow us to see the actual bar that we need to push on here. So if we go down, push that up, again, being very careful about the glass. There it goes. Once you have it popped, same story. This isn't really gonna slide a whole lot up front. Now that it's loose, just lift, and then we can slide as well. There we go. And then it comes right off. Give it a quick wipe. Now when you go to reinstall it, on mine it's super sun faded, so you can see a very distinct line, right, where it's supposed to go. So just shove that on there, and then just push it all the way down. You'll hear the click. There you go. That one was a lot louder than the front, so there you have it. It's in. Now same story, it should be a little bit tighter. Oh yeah, wow. That's awesome. And now it's contacting the window all the way down. Again, without using my little hack there. Well, that's it, guys. It's really that simple. I got really, really lucky finding an Xterra in good a condition as I did. If you need window seals, I'll find some links where you can buy them. They're probably not gonna be cheap, but I'll have them down in the description below. If this video helped you out, please help me out by scrolling down, clicking that like button, and of course subscribing for more content like this. If you want to say thanks by buying me a beer, scroll down and click that super thanks button to do that. But that's it. I'm gonna go through an automatic car wash and not worry about my speakers. Later.